What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. This is episode number 7. We start today's stuff on the back of our win over Bolton, with Pickford coming to me once again and saying, "Hey boss, I'm worried about us. Seems like you're not really interested in bringing in the players to improve us as a team." And I was like, Jordan, mate, seriously, I've got 14.5 mil. You know, I spent 6.25 on Matt Doherty, who scored on his debut. Like, I'm doing the best I can here, do you know what I mean? Seriously, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. I ain't got a Man City to have a budget. We got FFP on my back right now. Like, I'm trying here. I'm trying. But even so, it's the wrong time for him to say that as well. Because on the back of 4 straight games without a loss, well, this is the best run of form of the season. Matt Doherty's came in from Spurs. First team quality, scored on his debut, helped us keep a clean sheet. We're into the 5th round of the FA Cup, and we're now 5 points off the drop zone. Okay, alright, we're not where we want to be with Everton Football Club, but I'm doing the best I can, Jordan, mate, seriously. Anyway, first game of today's episode, taking on Manchester United away at Old Trafford. We're heading into this game. These are the sort of games where, like, if you're not the biggest of teams, you go into these sort of games away against one of the traditional top 6 teams, and you think to yourself, anything's a bonus. Do you know what I mean? Like, anything is a bonus here. You know, you don't expect much, but if you can scramble a point somehow, miraculously get a win, it's a famous win. But do you know what? Like, a point would do me just fine. Heading into the game on the back of the win over Bolton, I was thinking, okay, do you know what? No losses in our last 4 games. We stopped the rot. We've got a 5-point gap on the bottom 3 right now, and we just signed a good, solid right back who could prove to be a really decent, sound, short-term investment. We took the lead. We took the lead for a brilliant, brilliant team goal. Damari Gray's 4th for the year, making it 1-0. But, oh, Jordan. He's failed me out so many times this season, so I can't be too critical. I mean, seriously, if it wasn't for Pickford, I think we'd be in the bottom 3 right now. But, Jordan, how on earth did you not stop that shot, mate? Seriously, it's right at you, and I'll be honest here. This is one of those games where, and I've said this about Pickford a lot, man, like he is a great shot stopper on his day, and he's bailed Everton out so many times, but Everton fans will tell you this, he's got a mistake in him, and every now and then he has a game where unfortunately he just doesn't deliver the goods. This was one of those games. Yet the first goal, I don't know how on earth it didn't go in. Jordan T-Rex arms Pickford on full display there. The shot was right at him. Forget T-Rex arms, how about no arms? The shot was right at him. How on earth did that go in? And then the second goal, harsh to blame him for it completely, but I mean, I was taught this as a junior footballer. I used to play and goal. I was taught this a lot. If a shot's at you and if you can't catch it, you got to parry it out of play or as far away from the goal as possible, not back into open play directly in an opponent player. That is the worst case scenario. That's what happened. And Manchester United flipped the script and went 2-1 up. Pickford, mate, seriously. He did make a great save, though, right before the break to keep us in the game. And because of that, it allowed us to find a leveller. Amadou Onana, right from the restart in the second half. His 5th of the year, making it 2-2 in a really topsy-turvy game. But unfortunately, 53 minutes in, well, Pickford definitely at fault for the first goal. Could have done better with the second one. But nothing he could do about the third one. Yeah, can't blame Pickford for this. Anthony, oh my goodness, what a bit of dribbling from the former Ajax man. The Brazilian made mincemeat out of me. Absolutely brilliant as he gets his 5th of the year to make it 3-2. Being a topsy-turvy game, there was still a chance for us to respond and find a leveller. And we probably should have at least tested the goalkeeper. Yeah, offload to DCL right from kickoff, and Dominic fires it into orbit. Yeah, test the goalkeeper, mate. Don't test the lad in row H. That was terrible. Even so, 3-2 the final score, and our lossless, our unbeaten run comes to an end. Yeah, nice little unbeaten streak of 4 in all competitions. It comes to an end at Old Trafford. To be fair, it was to be expected. Yeah, a little bit frustrating how we lost the game. We had chances. Pickford could have done better with at least one of the goals for sure. But yeah, even so, it would have been a bonus how we got a point anyway. So I'm not too disappointed about that. Regardless, following the loss there at Old Trafford, transfer deadline day comes round. And after 5 hours of nothing going on, I was thinking, right, sod this. I'm just going to get in there myself. I've been waiting through this window, and you've been seeing it, for a bid to come in for Anthony Gordon. And we've had Celta Vigo. We've had Fenerbahce. We've had practically every single club under the sun except for the place where he's going in real life, Newcastle United. So I said, sod this, Eddie, come over to Finch Farm, mate, and let's have a chat. And I said, look, you got a player, Mavididi, good winger, currently playing for Montpellier in League One in real life. He's not your player in the game, though, so I thought, do you know what? Why don't you take a player that is going to be yours in real life? And I'll take Mavididi off your hands. I thought this was relatively realistic here. I could definitely see Mavididi ending up at a team like Leicester or Everton or someone like that. So I said, look, he's not yours in real life, Eddie, so let me have him and you can take Anthony Gordon. So we did a straight swap deal, Steffi for Anthony. And I've got to say, that's probably about as good as I could have done there. Mavididi's 24 years old, he's 78 rated. I think Gordon's probably got a bit more potential, but he's about the same in terms of ability as Anthony Gordon, reasonably same play style. Yeah, I think it's probably about as realistically as good as I could have done it, both in terms of realism and also in terms of quality, like-for-like swap as well. So, yeah, Mavididi is in. Could definitely see this guy playing up top. Now, striker is his secondary position. I would say for now, though, inside forward is where we'll get the best out of him. But I could definitely see if DCL is misfiring, Maupay, as we know, not many goals this season, I could see him going up top and doing quite well for us. So yeah, Gordon off to St James's Park, like we're going to see in real life. So as I said, I was only going to sell him there for the realism. And I thought instead of taking, Joel Linton or a player that Newcastle currently have in real life, I thought why not take a player that they've signed in the game who's not theirs in real life. Just so that way their side remains as, close to realistic as it currently is right now in real life. So Mavididi in, Gordon finally goes to Newcastle United, and then following that I thought, okay, so I've got Gordon to Newcastle, now let me try and get Danjuma to Spurs. Well, I've tried about 5 times now. Antonio Conte might as well open up an Airbnb around Finch Park, because he's here every other weekend at the moment. I keep on trying to bring him back, and it's so funny, but he kept on leaving, and I had to keep on calling him back. I was like, call security on the front door. Bring him back. I ain't letting him leave unless he takes Danjuma with him. I tried Eric Dyer, who for a very brief period of time played in the Everton Academy, back when he was with Sporting. Went to Everton, I believe, on a loan deal. As a youngster, he said no. I tried Japhet Tanganga. He said no. I thought Tanganga would be a good fit for us. I'd probably move in the centre half, but he said no. He gets up, he leaves again. I say, no, security, bring him back. He's not leaving without Danjuma. And then I thought, come on, mate. Give me Brandon Austin, your 4th or 5th choice goalkeeper. And he still said no. I was like, why? I'm giving you a really good player here for basically nothing. And I thought, you know what, after this time, security called me. They said Conte just left the building, should we bring him back? I was like, no, forget it. Let him go back to North London, forget it. I'll keep Danjuma and I just won't play him. I was so annoyed that I couldn't get Danjuma to Spurs, like where he's gone in real life. But I guess one of those things, sometimes where a player just simply doesn't want the player, if a club doesn't want the player, just give up. Just know when to cut your losses and give up. Anyway, I did decide to make one more signing on deadline day. And as you'll see here on the back of the signing of Mavididi, I bought in another decent offensive player for me. Now, as we know, heavily linked to Everton in this transfer window. At the moment, the time recording this commentary is 50-50 whether he's going to go or not. I'll be totally honest here, I think he's probably going to stay at Sheffield United until the end of the season with a chance to get the Blaze promoted. But in the game, I thought we could do a bit more firepower going forward, a bit more creativity both through the middle of the park and also possibly out on the wing if we want to play him there as well. And, well, he's a big transfer target of Everton's. If he doesn't come in this January window, I could definitely see him coming in the summer. Yep, it is Ndiaye of Sheffield United, the Senegalese youngster in his early 20s. And, yeah, Ndiaye is in for a small transfer fee. I know in real life, Everton, I believe the bid they're trying to negotiate is around 17 to 20 million. I think it's around that, but obviously we ain't got that sort of money and he's not currently worth that in the game either. So I just thought, you know what, 3.75 million, we'll take him, and Ndiaye is in for Everton. So 2 new signings on transfer deadline day. I'm most pleased about finally getting Anthony Gordon to Newcastle, but you would have seen directly after the signing of Ndiaye, the Senegalese playmaker, I couldn't even release Danjuma. I haven't got the money to release Danjuma from his contract, and I was thinking, oh my god, are you serious? So I couldn't give him to Spurs for basically nothing, and now I've got to keep him for the rest of the season. But don't worry, I promise I won't play him. It'll just stay in the reserves, and then in the summer I'll try and swap him to Spurs then, or swap him to Villarreal, or release him. I'm confident I'll be able to do one of the three in the summer window. So yeah, there you go. Man, what an ordeal this Danjuma saga has been, man. Seriously, talk about realism. Anyway, yeah, final game today. Southampton, massive relegation 6-pointer on the back of our loss away at Old Trafford. The Saints right now in 18th place. We are 5 points clear of them, but it is still very nervy. It looks very likely that Forest and Bournemouth are going back down to the Championship, which means that only one spot is going to be available for a relegated team, if you will. So heading into this game on the back of the loss there, away at Old Trafford, taking on the Saints. Man, we really needed to win this game. A draw, not a terrible result. It keeps it at 5. But if we could win this game, we'd extend the gap to 8 points, and destiny would firmly be in our own hands. Perfect start to the game. Dominic Calvert-Lewin opens the scoring, makes it 1-0, and then right after the restart, 12 minutes into the second half, Pickford dropped a bit of a clanger at Old Trafford, but like I said, man, Jordan Pickford, I can't really blame him. This guy has bailed me out so many times this season, and he does it again. Big save there, keeps it at 1-0, and then with 15 minutes to go, as we're still leading by a goal, Demarai Gray outpaces Perot, down the left-hand side, rolls it across, Iwobi finds Amadou Onana, and this season, well, I would say Pickford's been our most important player, but our second most important, this guy right here. I'm pretty sure a big club's going to put a bid in the summer, both in real life and in the save as well, and if we get one, I won't stand in this way, because if we do stay up, Amadou Onana is the reason, or one of the big reasons why. He gets the dagger, it makes it 2-0. Mavididi didn't do too much on his opening debut for us with Everton, but most importantly, Onana's dagger ensures we get the 8-point gap we were looking for. Yup, Premier League standings now with 13 games, well 13 or 14 depending on who your team is right now. We have now taken an 8-point gap, jumped up to 13th in the table, and I'll definitely say now, destiny firmly in our own hands to avoid the bottom 3, and you would have seen a draw for the last 16 in the FA Cup as well, the joint lowest ranked team left in there, Cheltenham Town. What a chance to reach the quarter-final. Finally, things are starting to look up on Merseyside for Everton. But that will end today's episode of the Realistic Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of the Realistic Career Mode very soon.